Okay, well, greetings, colleagues, students, and friends. Before I begin, I ask you to join me in a moment of silence for victims of war and violence in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, Africa, India, and Pakistan, and throughout the world. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. We condemn violence and hatred of all kinds, including racism, anti-Semitism, and Islamophobia. We support one another in times of difficulty and are committed to a community that's respectful of and safe for everyone. You know I open all meetings like this with those words. I've been told it's meaningful and I should continue doing it. I welcome your comments about that. I do think it's important for us to remember our shared values around this. So today's our final town hall for 2025, and I hope everyone's preparing for a wonderful upcoming holiday break. We all need it, do we not? We need it, and it's going to be wonderful. We welcome everyone who's here today in the Scott Ring Room and all who are attending virtually. If you're attending virtually, as always, we ask that you turn on cameras so we can see you. This is a time of celebration, and wow, there's been so much to celebrate. At last month's town hall meeting, I had planned to mention the recent 50th anniversary museum exhibit opening that we held on November 7th, and then I ran out of time. So I do want to take a moment to say that that was a spectacular opening of a 4-month exhibit of college history at the Jersey City Museum of History. If you haven't gone to see it, I really hope you will. It's beautifully done. It's entitled HCCC's 50 Years of Excellence, and it offers a fascinating look at the college's legacy of opening doors for Hudson County students over the last more than 5 decades. This was created by Director of Cultural Affairs Michelle Vitale and her colleagues. It includes pictures, narratives, and other materials related to student honors, faculty achievements, award-winning programs, media features, yearbooks, timeless photographs of Journal Square, and so much more. We thank Dr. Nicholas Chevrolotti for hosting at this opening event an insightful discussion of Hudson County Community College history based on his upcoming book about the college, and I learned things I didn't know that were fascinating. And I'd like to especially take this opportunity to thank Michelle Vitale and Cultural Affairs Coordinator Salma Abdalawahed for their expertise and painstaking work in putting the exhibit together. I also want to thank gallery educator Jack Engdahl and students Ashley Velasquez, Alicia Marin, and Brittany Vasquez, who have led informal tours of the galleries. And we further thank Professor of Digital Arts Jeremiah Typin and Visual Arts and Design Manager Farima Mazzata, who created wooden engravings of college facilities. You might have seen these in other venues. We also thank Assistant Vice President for Public Information Jen Christopher and her team for promoting this proud exhibit, another really proud event in the ongoing year-long 50th anniversary celebration. And of course, we express deep appreciation and profound gratitude to the Museum of Jersey City History for hosting the exhibit. As we always say, it takes a village, and we thank everyone. And I think that deserves a round of applause. I think Michelle is on, yeah, she's online. But Michelle, I'm sorry it took me so long to say thank you. Really great job. And speaking about things to be thankful for, our 28th annual HCCC Foundation Gala was a tremendous success, and I'd like to thank Vice President Nicole Johnson, Dean Arakarakashian, and their colleagues and their students for a really spectacular and highly memorable event. I've actually asked them if they would kindly offer a few remarks today about that event that is still very much something we're thinking about. It just happened last Thursday. So Nicole and Ara are both here. If you'd say a few words, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Good. It's good to see you. So I have a couple of, I really have more than a couple of people to thank, a lot of people to thank for making the gala so successful. And if you'll bear with me to just speak a little bit about so many different and individual and group accomplishments. As many of you know, the gala is a part of our year-long 50th anniversary celebration. And for those of you who weren't in the room that evening, your work and your spirit and the community you create here were very much present. So I want to thank everyone for everything that you do to bring to the table. One of the special touches at the gala was a custom set of greeting cards featuring the work of our student artists. For those who weren't there, it provided a special moment when you all are on break, or when those who receive the cards are on break, to take the time to write a note to someone who's close to your heart. And we hope that those in the room will take the time to do that at some point over the holiday. We also had a number, actually at least one of our alumni who were awarded a Foundation Art award because of their work present that evening. And she sent us a lovely thank you note about how touched she was to be a part of the celebration. Now let me take a moment to talk about the gala itself, because it reflects not only a celebration, but the heart of our mission. We sold out the room this year for the first time. Every ticket was bought by a member of our community who believes in the work that we're doing. And I want to let you know that the minimum ticket price to get in the room was $500. That's a thoughtful stop and think investment that a donor makes when they decide they want to be a part of this celebration. I also want to note that our honorees made a collective contribution of $45,000 in support of the work that we're doing and the students we're championing. This is a testament to all of you and our students' grit and determination. Before 2021, honorees were not asked to make a financial investment. So I think that this is speaking volumes about everything that we're accomplishing, and appropriately so, because when an individual or an organization makes an investment of this magnitude, they're demonstrating how vested they are in the work that we're doing. And that's really what it's about when you're building a culture of philanthropy. Okay, so the gala is also a showcase of collaboration across the college. Our culinary partners, our faculty, staff, chefs, students bring an artistry to this effort that is unparalleled. Their creativity, I'm looking at Ara behind me, is unparalleled. And I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Ara Karakashian in just a moment, our Dean of Culinary Arts. But before I do, I want to pause and do something really important. To all the members of my advancement and communications team, I really want you to stand for a moment. And those of you who couldn't be here, I want, and who are online in the chat, your efforts extend far beyond this gala, but this year-long celebration. And I want you to know how important all of your contributions are. I appreciate you. I know our college community appreciates you. And everyone involved in the 50th anniversary celebration, and all of our colleagues in culinary, you really bring the different, better, special that our community is known for, and our donors and partners feel it. So with that, I want to thank, and I was hoping that you all would stand just for a moment. I realize that everyone might not know all the members of our team, and I know some of you are online. Stephanie Sanchez, I don't see you. Tom is working remotely today. He's our development manager. And when you think about how to collect on the $250,000 raised, the monies do not just walk in. It's time, talent, treasure, artistry, expertise. And I just thank everyone involved. I'm so grateful. And with that, Dr. Karakashian.
So not many of you know this, but the gala actually is discussed in August and September of every year. And none of what occurs at any gala can be possible without the donated time of my full-time faculty, whether culinary or not, all of which were here. All of my full-time faculty were here participating in the gala, some day of, some a month or two ahead of time, putting in some regards, 30 to 50 hours of their time donated. And I challenge anyone to find a similar situation at any college in the United States. They know, and I hope they know, how much I appreciate what they do for this college and this institution. Some of my faculty have done every single gala, all 28 of them, and they're still here. And they do it with a smile. I'm sure those of you that were here spoke to the students. You saw the smile on the students' faces and how appreciative they were for this opportunity to do something elegant and fancy. I did not have any prepared notes for today because I just wanted to speak from the heart. But you know what? There are so many departments involved in this. I would be remiss, in trying to remember everybody because there's just so many unsung heroes who are involved in planning this, executing last-minute changes. But the key word in any gala is cooperation. And I appreciate the cooperation that we received here in the School of BCH from so many of you who helped make this evening a great success. So I thank, of course, Nicole and her team and everyone else that was involved, and of course the support of President Reber on everything we do for the gala, whether it's people hanging upside down, pouring champagne, or people dressed like a disco ball. He's always had a smile, and he's been blown away by what we do, and hopefully this ups the ante for future galas. So thank you again, and congratulations on a great job to the entire college. Thank you so much.
It truly takes a village, and it was packed. The room was packed, as Nicole said. It was completely sold out. This, of course, this event is a major fundraiser for student scholarships, which we know there's an insatiable need to offer financial support to our students. But you know that we've been on, in the last few years, a journey of developing for the first time a college endowment and beginning to grow that endowment. And that endowment is now up to $2.5 million. And that's just a start. But look, just to tell you, that $2.5 million that we now have invested, generating revenue that we can use annually, that is spinning off something like $100,000 a year and will in perpetuity. As a result of that endowment, we now have those new monies coming back every year beyond and above and beyond any event revenue that we create, and almost all that goes to supporting our students. So it's really a wonderful event. And I heard so many people just anecdotally at this event throughout this building saying, the theme that I heard was, your students love it here. They're talking about how much they love it here. And you can see it in their faces and such. And, that is a true point of pride for all of us to celebrate, because that's what everything we do is about. And it's about love, as my friend in Texas, Dr. Russell Lowry Hart says, loving our students to success. And that's the outcome of everybody's contributions here. So really special moment. And Ara and Nicole and your teams and the whole college community, thank you so much. Another item of celebration and thanks. Over the past several weeks, Matt LeBrake and Tricia Clay have led a truly exhaustive college-wide project to write a major FIPSI grant in support of our AI work. Now, those of you following the national political landscape know that the feds have been reducing support in previously funded grant programs. We felt that here. But what they've done is taken some of the money that they have removed from previous projects and put it into a new project that this administration is championing. And those monies are being awarded through the Fund for the Improvement of Post-Secondary Education, or FIPSE, out of what remains of the United States Department of Education. But the good news is there are 4 areas that, that were announced that institutions could apply for significant funding for. The only caveat was we only had about 2 to 3 weeks to develop our proposal. One of the areas that's mission-centric to us is AI, and we were able, with no notice, thanks to the leadership of these 2 extraordinary leaders and a whole village, I know, of people that were involved, we were able to get out a very thoughtful $4 million proposal for that could really catapult financial support for the work we're doing through our new AI Strategy and Governance Council. I know they just, no questions asked, rose to the occasion. I know they were working over Thanksgiving to get this out. And so join me in thanking Matt, Tricia, and everybody involved in this. And you've heard they are leading this new advisory council that we've charged with connecting dots. So continuing the momentum here, we're doing some good things in the area of AI. I think we're doing a lot compared to others that are scrambling to understand it and take control of it. But we also know we have to really work to connect dots, not just have sporadic things that we're doing, but a cogent plan that brings together an understanding of all things related to AI, the opportunities as a force multiplier in our student success work and in the efficiency and effectiveness of operations, and the need for professional development and all that entails. And so this group that they're leading is going to be putting together a strategic plan that dovetails with our statement about this in our current strategic plan. Anyway, this grant is just really a wonderful outcome of the efforts that are underway and can take us to a really great place in trying to ensure that all the opportunities in AI are fully utilized in advancing our teaching and learning mission, and all of the challenges inherent in the technology, including ethical challenges and equity challenges and others, we are mitigating. And so I wanted to invite Tricia and Matt to actually talk about this grant. Even if we're not funded, it's work that they're doing, right? And so it will be a template, I think, for asking for other resources. So if I could, I'm going to ask Matt and Tricia, tell us a little bit about this.
Thank you, Chris. And please don't mind, we're going to repurpose a slide deck here that we used just a couple of weeks ago when we presented this to the Vice Presidents of Academic Affairs for the 18 New Jersey community colleges. So as Chris mentioned, this came together really, really quickly. On November 12th, the Department of Education announced this $250 million in grant funding for post-secondary special projects, and we had an application deadline of December 3rd. So less than 3 weeks. And based on the extensive work we're already doing here at Hudson, Tricia and I saw this as a no-brainer to jump on it and do our best. So we've been working on it full-time through last week. So as we started shaping this proposal, you just hit next slide for me, will you? Oh, there we go. We realized that with dedicated personnel, Hudson is in a really great place to not only scale efforts here, but to really lead statewide efforts, especially since many of our sister colleges are only in the beginning stage of this work. So with President Reaver's support, we met with the New Jersey Council of Community Colleges, who immediately agreed to serve as our statewide partner on the grant. And because of the tight timeline, we hosted an information session with all the, NJCC invited all the other colleges to it for us. We had a non-binding letter of support ready for them to sign that basically endorsed our effort and that they agreed with our vision and that they would be happy to participate if we were awarded the funding. So despite Thanksgiving break falling right in the middle of this, we had 11 of our sister colleges send these letters of support in, signed by their vice president of academic affairs or president. And we're really proud of this. It really affirms our vision and shows us that this would be possible if it was funded. Additionally, we received letters of support from over a dozen national organizations, such as Achieving the Dream, League of Innovation and Community Colleges, and EDUCAUSE, again, affirming our efforts and offering to be a partner if the opportunity ever arises.
This slide that you're seeing may seem familiar to you. It outlines the strong foundation we've already built here at the college. Over the past few years, we've offered a wide range of professional development and hands-on learning opportunities for students, faculty, and staff. We've partnered with four-year universities and nonprofits to license credentialed learning experiences, and we've implemented policy on syllabus statements and academic integrity related to AI. And we've also launched professional learning communities. And then just this semester, which you heard about at our last town hall, we've announced the 10 winners of our AI Curricular Innovation Spark grants, who will implement their projects this spring. And all of this builds directly, as Chris mentioned, on the college's 2024-2029 strategic plan, calling for integration of AI literacy across programs, developing workforce-aligned credentials. And as Chris already mentioned, we also have created the AI Strategy and Governance Council, which will be shaping policy, governance, and infrastructure, giving us the foundation and credibility we need to lead the effort statewide. So building on these early successes, our idea quickly evolved into a four-year, $4 million proposal to expand AI literacy across New Jersey. Part of the grant is looking for repeatability and reach. So that was part of the reason why we're looking at doing that statewide. We will have grant-funded HCCC employees who spend the early years expanding what we're already doing here at Hudson, documenting models, materials, and best practices, and then scaling those initiatives across New Jersey's community colleges in years 3 and 4. We would also create a statewide AI Literacy Advisory Council led by HCCC and coordinated through NJCCC to help align priorities and ensure equitable access. So into the grant, we built 2 full-time positions, a director of AI literacy and curricular innovation who would serve as the project director and work within academic affairs, and an AI technology implementation manager leading the technical and systems integration side within ITS. We've also budgeted for an external evaluator for the grant to help us establish metrics, gather data, and assess impact over the 4-year period, which, as you all know, is important for federal grants.
So if this was funded, it would support a 3-pronged approach to scaling AI literacy across Hudson and then across New Jersey. The first prong is professional development and training. The second being curricular integration through projects like mini grants and discipline-specific professional learning communities. And then thirdly, wrapped around all of this, secure AI platform adoption. So the first year would focus heavily on the statewide professional development, provide opportunities for learning through national thought leaders, researchers, practitioners, both synchronous and asynchronous formats, partnering with these national organizations to provide the custom learning opportunities across our colleges. And this foundation of shared professional learning would prepare faculty for the curricular innovation phase that would follow. So at the center of this proposal are the faculty mini grants that are modeled after the AI Spark grants here at Hudson. So beginning in year 2, we'd provide 100 of these across the state to faculty across the New Jersey community colleges. And then in years 2 and 3, we'd connect those participating faculty in discipline-specific cross-institutional professional learning communities. And that would all lead to a statewide curriculum depository by the end of year 4, where we're documenting and sharing best practices and lesson plans across different disciplines. And then around all this we plan to evaluate and implement a secure, centralized AI workspace that basically provides secure, policy-controlled access to major AI models such as OpenAI, Google, things you're probably already familiar with. So the grant funding would cover an institutional license for this for Hudson for the next 4 years. And then we would provide sandbox access and training to other institutions as we look to eventually get this through the Joint Purchasing Council. So as you can tell, we're really excited about this proposal. We really think it has a strong foundation, chance of being funded. Regardless of the outcome, this process has helped us envision a sustainable, scalable model for AI literacy, one that advances our mission, supports our faculty, and would cement HEC's leadership in ethical AI adoption. So thanks for inviting us to share, and fingers crossed for some good news in the new year.
Wow, there's another example of it takes a village. Thank you, Matt and Tricia. And thanks to all who sprinted to put this proposal together on such short notice. Also speaking about celebration, last evening, the Hudson County Latin American Chamber of Commerce honored Vice President Lori Margolin with the Chamber's Excellence in Workforce Development and Continuing Education Award, and they presented this to Lori at their Chamber's annual holiday gala at the View at Lincoln Park, a new facility that's really spectacular. And the Chamber also recognized Hudson County Community College for 50 years of excellence in education. So congratulations, Lori and everyone. We really appreciate it. And further celebrating, next Monday and Tuesday evening, we will celebrate 526 Fall 2025 student graduates, including special recognitions of our Hudson Scholars graduates and our EOF graduates. We expect the room, is it this room? This room, to be packed both evenings with graduates, their families and guests, and faculty and staff. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the Office of Student Life and Leadership and all involved for organizing these mission-centric celebrations. 560 plus December graduates. That's incredible, right? And, each year we see the December graduation number increasing. Frankly, this year it increased, we think, partly supported by the very innovative free summer initiative that got more of our students to the finish line this December. But with the advent of the new gymnasium and the Center for Student Success, we're considering the future creation and annual offering of a full December graduation on campus as the number of mid-year graduates continues to grow. We believe the gym can accommodate a full graduation ceremony, and this would really give our December graduates the true celebration they deserve. So get ready, Graduation Commencement Committee. We may be meeting more often in a year. Our Achieving the Dream Leadership Coach, Dr. Mary Fifield, and Data Coach, Dr. Renee Garcia, were on campus last week, as many of you know, for their 4th and final visit of 2025. And as usual, they met with students, faculty, and staff across the college to review and discuss our progress in promoting the continuing upward trajectory of student retention and credential completion. And it is continuing to go up, and we really probably need to show these numbers more often. But we've gone from 7 years ago, just before we joined Achieving the Dream, a 3-year completion rate of our students pursuing associate degrees of 13%, to we're now approaching 30% 7 years later. And among the growing number of students that are now supported through the Hudson Scholars Program model, those students have a 40%, 40% 3-year completion rate. Now think about this. 80% of our first-time, full-time students begin here enrolled in Academic Foundations Math, English, and/or ESL. Even if they're attending full-time, it's almost impossible for them to finish in 3 years, but they're starting to do it. We're starting to also make real progress in our already outstanding ESL program, finding ways for students to get to language proficiency sooner and start, through our new ESL proficiency certificate, start some of their gen eds earlier, all of which we know through research helps incentivize and motivate continued retention. So this is really, really mission-centric work. And as long as we see that upward trend continuing, I think this year will be our 6th consecutive record graduating commencement. I think we have a tremendous opportunity of celebration. It's only because of the work everybody here is doing, and we value the support through data and best practice that we achieve as Achieving the Dream Network College. By the way, we're a candidate this year for their Leah Meyer Austin Award, which is the singular highest award they honor to one college every year. You have to be invited to apply. We have our fingers crossed. Anyway, Mary and Renee were here, and as usual, they met with students, faculty, and staff across the college to review and discuss our progress in promoting the continuing upward trajectory of student retention and credential completion. We thank all who participated in these meetings. Dr. Heather DeVries is unable to report today, as she and Dr. Nadia Headley and several other colleagues are on their way to the Middle States Commission on Higher Education's annual conference in Philadelphia. But as usual, we will send our coaches visit follow-up letter with their specific insights, observations, and recommendations to the whole college community when it arrives. Last week, we again hosted immigration attorney Cheryl Lynn from Lynn Law, who led another insightful on-campus conversation and virtual conversation addressing immigration matters, questions, and concerns. And also, last week, our African American Community Outreach Committee met and enjoyed a really engaging conversation as they're envisioning the work of that organization in support of our students next year. I'd now like to invite Dr. Yuris Pujols and Diana Galvez to share an update of the work of the President's Advisory Council on Institution Engagement and Excellence and the Office of Institutional Engagement and Excellence. Thank you for your leadership.
Good day, everyone, and happy December. This is such a meaningful season across our community. From Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa, and many cultural celebrations happening around the world here and at ACCC. It's a beautiful reminder of diversity, joy, and belonging we all share. As we approach the end of the semester, we'd like to highlight a few important updates from PACE. Our final PACE meeting will take place tomorrow, December 11th at 11 a.m. This has been a strong and productive year. Even as we updated our nomenclature, refined our action plan, and revised our bylaws, we continue to advance key priorities as we prepare to enter year 3 of our action plan. We are energized by our progress and are ready to continue the momentum into 2026. We are also excited to welcome new PACE members, individuals who shared their interests during our 2025 summer retreat and have already demonstrated passion for engagement and excellence. Our new student members are Yadira Maranchel, Anu Bishop, Kayla Montalvo, and Akera Muha. And our employee members are Alexa Yacker from Mental Health Counseling, Zachary Forrest from our International Students and Veteran Affairs, Natalie Betancourt from our Student Life and Leadership Office, and Jackie DeLemos from our Accessibilities Office. Please join us and welcome them to the council. Next is an important highlight. I want to highlight student parent initiatives going on campus currently. The next student parent support survey is open to faculty and staff and administrators. It will be open until January 31st. Your responses will help shape targeting training on how to best support student parents on campus. So please take the 5 minutes to take the survey, and I encourage all your colleagues to take the survey as well. The link was shared through the PACE email this morning. A student version of the survey will be launched in the spring semester, and we hope to create a training to launch in the fall semester for our students so they learn how to best support their peers on campus. We also celebrate the continued success of the Student Parent Support Group, offered by the Mental Health Counseling and Wellness in collaboration with the Student Parents Allegiance and the JED Student Parent Group. Due to the strong participation, the group will continue in the spring and expand to the North Hudson campus. So they've been meeting on Thursdays, and every topic is different, and they come with their kids, and it's just a way for them to feel included on campus and welcome. So please spread the love, and student parents are always welcome. And finally, a holiday reminder. Today is the last day to donate to the Student Parent Toy Drive supported by our Hudson County Community College families, a collaborative effort between Mental Health Counseling, Phi Theta Kappa, Sisters Empowering Sisters, Teacher Education Club, and Business and Accounting Club. You can drop off your donations in the Student Life offices. In Journal Square, it's in the Student Center in the second floor. In North Hudson is in room N204 in our second floor. Let's finish strong and make the season a little brighter for our student parents and their children. So these donated toys are going to be distributed to our student parents, so they have a little bit of extra to give their children for the season, holiday season. We close out 2025. We are incredibly proud of what we have accomplished together and are excited for all that is ahead. See you all next year with impactful initiatives, events, and collaborations, and wishing you all a joyful, peaceful, and restorative holiday break.
Thank you, Diana. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Chris, for the opportunity to speak today. As the president mentioned earlier, we are just wrapping up for the year. So we had the meeting of our Latino Advisory Council that was held on November 18th, and also the African American Outreach Committee that was last week, Thursday, December 2nd. Again, as Chris mentioned, we just talked about the year. We reflected on the accomplishments, and we're planning for the next year, looking at how we can promote the educational opportunities that we have at the college to the broader community. Also, Chris mentioned about the immigration attorney that was here on campus just last week, Cheryl Lynn. This is actually, as I was speaking with her before her session, this is actually the 5th time that she's at the college. She's been here in 2 panels, and she has conducted 3 different Know Your Rights information sessions. The previous 2 sessions are on the website. We have the presentation available for you to review, as well as the recording. So the session we had, I want to say like maybe 15 to 20 people in the room and another 20 plus in the WebEx. So it was, she went over some general information, and then students, faculty, and staff that were in attendance, that were able to ask questions about their specific cases that they might have heard. And again, we just want to ensure that students, faculty, and staff, that you understand that we know that this is a challenging time. And even though we might not have the answer, you don't have to navigate it by yourself. We are here with you every step of the way. When it comes to accessibility services, the office earlier today, we sent out a notice to all faculty and staff, just talking about our accessibility work, particularly when it comes to compliance, web accessibility, ensuring that the documents and materials that we're posting on the website is accessible. We have a deadline of April, the end of April, to ensure that all the information is up to date. So I know that the Office of Accessibility Services and Web and Portal Services are working hard on this, ensure that we're up to par. There are two components to this. One is ensuring that the information we have there is in compliance, and a lot of the information is outdated. Maybe needs to be refined or tweaked. So we're in the process of maybe speaking to the owners of those content to remove that information, maybe archive it in a way that is not prominently on the website, and also ensuring that new content coming in is in compliance with the latest guidance. So to that, there's a lot of training that Danielle and her team are leading to ensure that we're up to par. And there are also a lot of resources on the website. So if you get a chance, just take a look at the information, because as you develop new content and you support the development of new content, the information should be instrumental. And very briefly, again, Chris mentioned about our 50 Years of Excellence exhibition taking place in the Museum of Jersey City History, which is like a block and a half away from here, just on the other side. I also want to add my thanks to Michelle, Salma, and the rest of the team for putting that together. It's an exceptional exhibition, and that's going to be open until March 7th. So if you have the opportunity to go, again, these are 50 years. The whole museum, essentially, I think, sure, the one room is our materials, our artifacts, our pictures, our history. So it is a great time to go and, appreciate by attending. You get to celebrate our history and also get to appreciate the work that our colleagues have put together. Looking ahead, Thursday, January 29th, we're going to be hosting our 4th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Last year, as you know, we held the program in this room. It was standing room only. We had another nearly 100 people in the banquet room just streaming the information. This year, we're hoping for the same type of outcome. We have, I believe, 3 to 4 high schools that have already confirmed that they're going to be bringing their students over. Kevin Richardson, he's one of the members of the Exonerated Five, will be the keynote speaker. So he'll be talking about his experiences and also providing an opportunity for questions and answers throughout. And something that Michelle wanted me to share with all of you, Thursdays this semester, Kenneth Calcholeon, he's a student at Hudson. He plays the piano, and he's been playing the piano at the atrium every Thursday between 12 to 1. I believe the last session will be this Friday. But again, if you are around, want to have lunch, I just want to hear some music, and that's going to be available. Also, the fall 2025 student art exhibition is up already. It's in the gallery. So, you're welcome to pass by, check it out. And again, it's a way to support and celebrate the talent and the work of our students. So I want to thank Professors Jeremiah Typin and Lori Ricodana, as well as Michelle Vitali and her team for making sure that this is putting all of this together. The exhibition is up to Friday, the 12th, this week. And I know that at that point, they're going to have, I believe, 10 to 12, they're going to have the final presentation. So students are going to be going over their projects, their work over the semester. So if you're able, I encourage you to pass by. And also, some of our students are collaborating with the Cultural Affairs Office, putting together a holiday art market. And this is an opportunity for our students that they create their art. They're going to be selling it. And that's going to take place December 17th, 1:30 to 3:30, right in the atrium. So if you want to come and support our students, the art, you're welcome to come. This is open to all students and the public. And the last thing I want, just a plug for the Literacy Lounge. This is a book club put together and organized, but I know there's so many people behind this, but I know that Daniel Lopez from Accessibility Services, Salma from Cultural Affairs, and John Hernandez from the library, and many others helped to work on that. So small things like this is the next book, and they're looking at February 5th at 2 p.m. So if you're interested, I believe that the ebook and audiobook copies of the book are available for loans at the ACC for students and faculty. And I believe I ran out of flyers. Thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you, Chris, for the opportunity to speak. And I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diana and Eurus. And we also thank Rafi Manjikian, who couldn't be here because he's teaching, and everybody that is involved. One of the things I'm really excited about that the African American Community Outreach Committee is envisioning to offer next spring, I hope, is a full gospel concert on campus where we would bring gospel choirs from throughout the community to come and just sing and perform. I get goosebumps. Gospel music takes me to another dimension. And we think this could be a spectacular community-wide event that's also very inspirational. I've been plugging for this for a while. I really think it's going to happen, and I'm glad. Now, there continues to be excitement and activities abound at the North Hudson campus, and I'd now like to invite Dr. Joe Caniglia, remember it's Dr. Joe Caniglia, to share an update. Joe.
So good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone had an enjoyable Thanksgiving break. As Chris said, this semester has been very motivating. We had a lot of events revolving around student engagement and student success. So I want to highlight a few of them. First, in October and throughout the month of October, Diana Galvez held various Hispanic celebration events for our Hispanic population, but it was open to the entire college community. And also on October 25th, the event Diana held with others was Noche de Bruja. Did I say it right? Yes, thank you. And they were both very, very successful events. And also the Office of Student Life and Leadership throughout the semester has been having many events, which attracted a lot of our students. So we're happy to see that, because while the academic portion is important, student engagement is equally important. So I want to thank everyone involved. On November 5th, I'd like to give you a summary of 2 other events that we had. We celebrated Italian Heritage Month at the North Hudson campus. We had 75 participants who came to the event, which included faculty, staff, and students. We had great food, great music, and I want to thank Michelle Vitale and Jack Engel. They supplied the music for that event, and Angela Tuzzo helped me in planning this event, along with Diana, Jason, and Yadelin. And it was very well received. We had a panel discussion which comprised of Dr. Kathy Sorangelo, Professor Lori Riccadonna, and Professor Rose Grimaldi, and I want to thank them very much. They talked about their family history, their heritage, their culture, and it was well received by all. To further the celebration, on November 6th, 60 people, faculty, staff, and students from the North Hudson campus and Jersey City campus went to see Joe Gallo wrote a play called My Italy Story at the Art House Production Theater in Jersey City. It was well received, and I want to thank Joe very much, because he contacted me when we were planning this event, and I had no idea that his play was going to be shown at this theater, so we added that to the celebration, and it went very well. Thank you. Also, on November 17th, the North Hudson campus proudly hosted its 4th annual Aspiring Student Leadership Conference and Science Fair. We had 260 students there from HCCC and from other high schools in the area, such as Union City High School, North Bergen High School, Memorial High School, Rising Star Academy, and Jose Marte Academy. It was a very motivating day, inspirational for our students. We had a keynote that spoke on leadership, and then we had 5 faculty and staff who conducted workshops for our students. Jocelyn Juan Castellano and Christian Altamirano, they educated our early college program to our high school students. And I had some come up to me afterwards, and they're going to enroll in the program. They're going to speak with their parents, because they found it very exciting how they can earn college credits while still in high school. So we were very pleased with the event. We had a surprise, well, it wasn't really a surprise visit, but our trustee, Jeanette Pena, came to the event in the afternoon, and she gave closing remarks. So we were very thankful for that. So all in all, the event was a huge success. We're now working on next year's event. We're going to expand the event to have career transfer and pathways more involved in the event, and also the various departments throughout the North Hudson campus support services where students can visit to find out more about our campus and what it has to offer to them. So we were very pleased. North Hudson campus would like to wish everyone a happy holiday, and thank you very much.
Well, thanks so much, Joe. Dr. Nicholas Chevrolotti is unable to be here today, but I don't know, whoever. I'd like to share a brief update regarding the impressive construction progress of our Center for Student Success. Dobco, the builder on site, and Mast, the college's construction representative, continue to work on project construction. We're all seeing it rise before our very eyes. We had hoped that the new center would be completed and ready to occupy by the start of the fall semester in 2026, but unfortunately it appears the completion date is likely to be mid-October or thereabouts. This means that realistically, we will not have full use of the building until January 2027. We expect some personnel, furniture, and functions to be able to relocate in November and December. So if we gain full occupancy in mid-October, which is really what we're on track to have happen, and it's certified, occupancy certified, then we'll begin to transition, moving equipment, new furniture, et cetera, and people into the center, allowing us to celebrate the full opening of the completed center at the beginning of the spring 2027 term. So a bit disappointing, but not surprising for a facility of this magnitude. It certainly will be, I believe it's going to be greater than perhaps any of us imagined when it's completed. I have had the opportunity to go in and see it so far from inside, and wow, it's going to be incredible. We want to thank all who are bringing this next chapter in the history of Hudson County Community College to fruition. So with that, we're going to open the meeting. I wanted to make sure there was more time this time.